Hello, everybody. It's Jeff from VW Bricks here. I'm just looking at something for work still, trying to figure out an issue that I think I figured out, but I gotta, you know, confirm. Anyway, hello, everybody. Episode 113. Ninjago sets were announced this week, so we'll talk about that and the latest news, obviously, what's been going on in our daily lives. I say our. So David Sincere may join us in a little bit, but he's a little bushed, so he might not. We'll see. Um, excuse me, sorry about that. And yeah, just all around, catching up on things. I've been building a bit. There's actually something. Can you see it? There's actually something right behind my head here that I built this week that we'll talk about as well. Yeah. So hopefully some others join us. We'll see. Like I said, David might not be joining us till later, or he might join us for a little bit and then leave. And we might make it a short chat because I'm a little bogged or a little bushed as well. But yeah. Why don't we just jump into some? Oh, hold on. Let me do this and this and that. He showed up. He showed it up. Welcome.
Told you I would show up.
Eric's in the chat as well as Brian. Hello, welcome. I posted an image to the chat on Instagram today just to see if it brought in some people. We'll see what happens. Of course, I did it quite late because I got the image up and active a little later in the afternoon. Oh, you have a blizzard?
Yes, I do.
Now, do you call them blizzards?
Yeah, we call them blizzard because actually
it's the same language. It's
yeah, but it's a funny story because it doesn't come from DQ. It comes from a little place called the Palais des Glaces.
Okay,
which is totally independent, but they still call them blizzard.
Really?
Yes.
It looks like a Dairy Queen cup, like based on the color of the side of the cup.
Yeah,
like the blue. Anyway, okay, interesting. Now I have Dairy Queen. So tomorrow I am going to go see Guardians of the Galaxy with my kids at 3:30. I'm leaving here, taking off early for work.
Cool.
And then afterwards we're going to get wings, I think, is the plan, because one of my kids wanted wings. So I'm like, okay. But yes, happy birthday, Jed Star. That was technically yesterday. And happy belated birthday to Kai. Kai from Germany. His birthday was actually May the 4th, and I forgot to mention it on the last week's chat.
And it was David's birthday.
And Codice's birthday as well, yes. Now, I'm assuming Dave won't show up because of hockey games. I know his wife is a huge hockey fan. He's a semi-hockey fan. But yeah, Brick Buddies is on the chat. Hello, welcome. Thank you for saying happy birthday to Jeff, who's also here. Axel's here, saying hi to us. My sister will probably jump on eventually as well. I forgot to do something today. I got to do that later. Remind me to do something later when we're off the chat, if you're still here.
Okay.
I was saying we might make it a short chat tonight because there's not a lot of news. And I could use some time to myself. And last week we did go 2 hours plus, right?
But it was fun. It was a good, cool chat.
Yeah,
I enjoyed it. But
yeah, it was. I thoroughly enjoyed it. It didn't have enough helicopters for your liking, probably, but I thoroughly enjoyed it. It was fun.
No, it didn't have enough spaceship for my liking.
Yeah. Did I show a picture? I showed my picture of my castle towers last week, right?
Yes,
the ovaler one. Yeah, I did. Okay, that's what I thought. Ben did get his parts officially today from Denmark. It's awesome. I'm getting to the point where I'm having to order parts, and Denmark are ordering from. Well, I guess technically I could order from Bricklink or from Bricks and Pieces still, because this is for July that I need them for. But if I want anything for Chicago, it's too late now. I haven't even.
July, you're cutting it close to get them for the July show because,
it's
as we all know.
Because we're going.
Yeah. But as we all know, Bricks and let's call it Pick a Brick now.
Mhm.
Pick a brick for the standard parts. It takes, and they say it on their website, 40 business days.
Yeah.
40
40 days.
business days.
Yep. Will we get any new brown ducks for the pond? Yes, I definitely, once the brown ducks become available, I will get some. Otters actually became available this week. There was actually 800 pieces that became available this week on Bricks and Pieces to the European market, which apparently also includes Canada, but not to the American market. So it's kind of interesting. A lot of them have sold out. Blacktron torsos were there. The otters made it on. I noticed otters had actually just sold out the past 24 hours. But yeah,
but the Blacktron torsos, they were like gone in
they were
15
gone
minutes.
Yeah. Now the interesting thing was, from what reading the forums, for the Castle Pond, it's a good idea. I should throw some yellow ducks in there when I get a chance. I have to remember that stuff. But for the when they listed the 800 pieces, they were all basically out of stock when they listed, and then they did a refresh and populated it with data, like with numbers. So I guess they loaded the parts and then loaded these are available, these aren't available. So it looked like it was like 4 posts of there's 200 new parts, 200 new parts, 200 new parts, followed by these parts are in stock. These parts are in stock, right? It's a limit to 200, but Canada has a border. Oh, sorry, I clicked on the wrong one. Hi, sis. Canada shares a border with Denmark, so it's Europa. We also share a border with France, technically, so because there's that island out in what is it?
Saint-Pierre-et-Miquelon.
Yeah, just outside of Newfoundland.
Yeah, Saint-Pierre-et-Miquelon.
Oh. And I guess we have a northern border, definitely, with a lot of countries. Well, Denmark, I'm not sure how that works. If they're across the pond from us on that side.
No, it's because of Groenland.
Oh yeah, Greenland, yeah.
And we have an island that was disputed, and it got settled
in Greenland.
Not in Greenland, but it's in between Greenland and the islands of the north of Canada. Okay. It's called the Islands of Hans, I think.
Okay.
And it was disputed for decades between Denmark and Canada. Huh. They actually did a piece on that on a satiric show here called Infoman and on Radio Canada. And the island kept swinging back and forth to Canada because Canadian troops would go there. They would plant a
I thought that was the French island. I just always assumed that was that French island. Yeah, I've heard about that. And they'd plant the flag and then a bottle of liquor.
Yeah.
And then the next country would come in and take the flag down, put another one in a bottle of liquor.
And it was Denmark because of Greenland.
Okay, I always thought that was France and Canada. Well,
no, that was Denmark. And it was settled last year because Mélanie Joly, the foreign minister, actually did bargain with Denmark, and they split the island. I think it's 40 Canadian, 60 Denmark, and they traced it's actually the largest sea frontier of the world. So they cut that out, and so now we're at peace with Denmark.
Well, I didn't know we were at war with Denmark. Wow.
We were at war over that island, actually.
Yes. Interesting. So I have learned something, so thank you. I also realized that castle building is hard. No, I've been running out of parts just today while I was finishing this up. So I originally took the oval tower that I had, and after some reviews by some people, Patrick's put something in here. I'll pull it up in a second. As I've been talking to some people, it was suggested to not have it a full oval. So I've now changed it to a tower, and then ignore the big gap on this side because I'm out of parts. So I've got a tower with a roof on top that isn't stable.
I actually think that looks much
better. I agree. But
it's much more realistic.
Yeah, I agreed. I did like the oval. I thought it was kind of cool, but having this big black roof on top of it as well, it was like meh. But the problem was when I built this, I ordered the parts for this, basically, or for basically, I ordered the parts to build 2 full towers, which includes the other half. So because I have technically parts for 1 tower here, another half here, and the other half on the other one, I'm out of parts now. Like I'm missing some key parts, so I'm gonna have to do a bricklink order, I think, for those. But anyway, that's getting closer, kind of done. I also built this, but it's hard to see. Hold on.
We don't see it, Jeff. Oh, we see it now.
Ugh. I've got it on a tray, and I'm going to move my keyboard for a second here.
Cool.
Just so I don't accidentally do
cool.
anything. Anyway, and I'm going to adjust it.
Did you make any changes, or is it?
I've flipped out one piece so far, but I want to do another one. So it's big.
It's huge.
It's a huge set. It's an interesting build. It's fun. One of my pet peeves right now, and I'm just going to full screen myself.
Yes, please do that.
Solo. One of my pet peeves is you see this crane, and the slight. I don't know if you can see the gap here.
Yeah.
It is constantly coming loose. Like these supports are not strong for holding brick.
Yeah.
I find there's like Technic axles that normally can go inside, which they are all the way down, but this thing is just wobbles. And it's basically only held in. Like if I pull, I'm not going to do it, but the ladder at the very bottom is held into 2 Technic pins, and that's or 2 Technic bricks, and that's basically all that's holding this thing together. So, and this looks off center to me because it's 2 studs over here and flush here, and it just doesn't seem right. I don't know. Like, I guess they did that so they could line the staircase up.
Yeah.
And I believe this was built by someone who's in the construction industry, like that uses tower cranes and that, because they have a safety stairs going up all the way inside. I'm rotating it, and then the stairs end here, and then there's a pathway up here into a hole. And when I'll order, oh my God, Mr. Alleman. Well, I got to add him now. Hold on, Jason. I'm trying to. I just.
Yo, what's up?
Hi, Jason.
Guy?
What's up?
Wow, talk about random drop-in. Okay, anyways. I was just talking about the tower crane. Did you manage to get it, Jason?
This tower? No, I don't have the tower.
Okay, I parted this one out. Like, I basically took most of the parts from my collection and ordered $100 worth of parts. And I just built it this weekend, and I was saying there's a few weak connections in it that overall it's a beautiful set, but the other part that they had was this little cement mixer.
Oh, that's cool.
It's got a yellow Technic brick here between the bars, but it was a non-axle Technic brick, so you couldn't actually turn the bucket because it would just the axle would just slide. So I switched it out, but it was like, that's kind of weird. But yeah, it's a fun build. It is modular in that. I just dropped iced tea all over my phone. 2 seconds, please take over for a minute, guys.
Oh my God, it's terrible.
It is because it's my phone.
David, how's it going?
Good. How are you?
I'm going to mute myself so I can swear.
Usually this time was terrible for me, but Crystal abandoned me this week, or for a few days. She's camping with she teaches high school, so she's camping with the outdoor ed kids.
Oh.
So I'm actually free tonight.
So you're living a life and you're streaming with us.
I can join the internet.
So, Jason, will I see you in Mississauga at Bricks in the Six?
No, Bricks in the Six is a bad time for us.
Oh.
We're always traveling in the summer, so it's no good.
Okay.
Brickmania is this fall, though, no?
Yeah.
Yeah. What's the dates on it?
September 21st to 24th.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that might work. I don't know. I'll have to wait and see till later, but that'd be pretty.
We would love to have you. We would love to have you.
Yeah. I mean, I'd love to be there. But yeah. So what are you building?
What I'm building an event. That's what I'm building.
Oh yeah. No time for actual building when you organize stuff.
Well, I actually have to get down and do some building because I have a show at the end of May 27th and 28th. It's like a prelude to Bricomanie, and I actually have to display stuff, and I have to actually build some things. And
nothing like
I'm way behind on that. I'm way behind on that. So I need to get some building done. So Jeff,
nothing like some last minute building.
Is your phone okay?
I don't know. Yeah, it's a newer phone, so it has waterproofing. It should be okay. It's more just the pile of Lego that's now covered in homemade iced tea.
Oh yeah, it'll be
So,
sticky for a while.
Yeah, I'll have to do some laundry or some dishes of Lego. Anyway, whoops. And then I just dropped the big pile of wet towel on the floor. So, anyway, Jason, welcome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm glad. I'm glad that that you can make
Jeff
it.
was so surprised that he dropped his iced tea all over the place.
It's crazy.
I have a sealed bag of minifigures here.
Oh my god!
I know it's not a good one. I know it's not a good one, so that's why it's probably still sealed.
I see.
I also dropped it on my little case that I put my mouse in when I'm traveling, so I'm gonna have to wash that. Anyway.
Oh, look at you with a case for your mouse and everything. Jeez,
Well, it's
like living large.
We used to have headsets at work, and it was
living
the case for
large.
that. Yeah, I'm a geek. Anyway, yeah, it's always fun to drop stuff when you're or to spill.
Yeah, no food in the Lego room. Come on.
Well, then I'd never eat. Well, it's also my office. Like my work PC is right here, so
it's either I will never eat or I will never build.
Well, some days it feels like I'm never going to build, but okay, looks like it didn't go under there. All right, I have like an Ivar unit on my table here, right here, that I just have to keep my bins of parts on.
Yeah.
And it's got a board at the very bottom, and the iced tea was right up to the edge of that board, but it didn't actually go under, so that's good. Anyway, so yeah, I was tower crane fun, not very good when it's near liquid, so keep it away from that. And yeah, there's a few fixes I think need to get done to it, and a few of the building steps where, you can tell that it's a fan built model.
Yeah.
Like I'm assuming for that designer program, you build the instructions. Is that right, Jason?
No, actually, they did all the instructions themselves.
So you did the digital design.
Yeah, and I think it was up to. I mean, I had mine pretty much laid out.
Yeah.
In instruction steps, but they just did it themselves in the end and changed a bunch of stuff. But
there was a few steps that had, like, those tall yellow support beams that they have. They've got like a series of 4 or 5 holes in them, but they're really tall. They had a bunch of those, and it was like, okay, secure this to the building. So take a 3-long pin axle, run it through a Technic brick, and then you put a bush in there. Yeah. And then push it through the next Technic brick. But in the picture, it was Technic brick, bushing, Technic brick thing. Like the bushing was floating, and it was telling you to put the pin in.
Yeah.
And it's like,
yeah, I can't hold that. I can't hold that there while I'm like.
And it's like it's a half a plate thick, right? Yeah. So it's like I can't, or a plate. You know what I mean? It's like that's just not physically possible, people.
Yeah, I'm sure they were rushing to get the instructions done.
Oh yeah. But yeah, like I said, it was fun.
Especially, what round was that in? Was that the first round? Or
that was the third one.
Oh, that's the third one. Oh, I figured they would have like streamlined stuff by the third round. But...
Well, yeah, exactly. But anyways, and I knocked a whole bunch of pieces off. I just noticed. Actually, my
Lego streamlining stuff is not their forte.
Yeah, well, Bricklink. I'm sure they were just winging it for that round, like for all those series. But
so
I think they were a bit overwhelmed with the amount of work.
I mean, we're still waiting for them to streamline the pick a brick order process.
Oh, I know. I mean, I just want my parts. I mean, come on.
Yeah. Well, I mean, at least like I was saying that a bunch of European parts dropped, and we're able to get those as well, where the Americans have to wait a bit, I guess.
I wasn't aware that the Americans had to wait. But
there's a Discord channel that exists.
Yeah, I'm part of it, but I don't really keep tabs.
Oh, okay. So I have the European page muted, but I saw people starting to add like otters and stuff, and I'm like, and the pictures were coming up. I'm like, wait, that means that their parts are available. So I pulled up the European side, and like I said, 800 pieces became available this week, but it didn't report on the American site because they're not available yet for the States.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
So, but then I'm like, well, how come I can see it? And then I pulled up the same URL with the US and the in the URL, and it was nothing available. I'm like, oh, okay. Anyway, I'm back. Okay.
Well,
so yes,
Canada has been in a lot of exceptions when it comes to Lego, because I remember back in the days when they first introduced the log bulk program.
Yeah.
Canadians could be part of the log bulk, but Americans couldn't. At the first year,
the very first round, yeah.
Because the very first round, we did order some parts from over at Kellogg, and our American neighbors couldn't. So
I remember that. Yeah. And I guess we just have probably different laws or whatever, like different trade agreements, maybe something like that. But I mean, I think it's also just the size of the market too, right? For this
Probably.
At least, they don't want to. If they open it up to the American side as well, then their orders are just going to be 50 plus days for back order.
Yeah.
So what gets me still is that the last message that I saw come out about Bricks and Pieces was that they were going to slowly add parts over a period of months. 800 parts in 2 days is not slowly, as far as I'm concerned.
It's a pretty big dump.
So yeah, I don't know.
But still, no purple air tank.
No, because those were not. They were January. They were like January 10th. So, and I think most of those parts were January 1st order. So maybe in the next couple of weeks we'll get them.
You didn't just buy the set? Come on, it was only like $100 or something.
I bought the set too. Mine's over here somewhere.
More like $150, but okay.
Pretty expensive set for a purple air tank. Yeah.
I have the ARG full screen.
They're waiting. Look at them.
There they go.
I got one of them there. And I found a purple helmet or a purple cap from the Harry Potter set. So I put that on the general dude or the leader. And then
nice.
All the way across.
It's quite the collection.
Yeah, well, when you start collecting, you don't stop, right? You got to get them all.
Jeff is a completist.
Yeah, I mean, eventually you run out of space.
Yeah, but that's a ways to go. No. No, then you just start taking stuff apart and putting it into your collection and creating overstock bins and
oh my god, yeah. Never ending.
So Jason, I've always like when I watch some of your live chats and stuff, or like watch them later, I see the brick behind you, and I'm assuming you have more than just that. Like, do you have?
Yeah. I mean, this is like my working set.
Yeah. Okay. That's what I was wondering. Like, do you have like a second overflow section?
These are like mostly plates and variations of plates.
Yeah.
Right behind me, there's like a whole section of tiles. This is all tiles and tile variations.
Yeah.
Those are all curved slopes and like bow slopes and such. Then I have like Technic. That's all Technic. That's all like doohickeys. This is like brackets and bar things. Then there's slopes. Then there's more Technic. Then there's like robotics and motors and shit down there. And then there's big bricks, like basic bricks that are underneath.
Oh, down there. Okay.
But it's obviously not all of the basic bricks.
Yeah, I know. I was wondering if you like, because you always seem to have the parts you need when you're building.
Yeah, but then I have overflow, obviously. Like,
I have
tons of overflow, which is like underneath this table and also like way on the other side.
And I'm assuming you plan your builds ahead of time. When you do lives and you go to build something, let's see if we can do this.
There's no off the cuff. Although the last one I did wasn't too bad.
Well, the indoor one, I didn't actually watch that one yet. But
I mean, it's not very exciting because I mostly just build the set. But I mean, obviously, the mechanism I used for that was based on Pursuit of Flight, so it was it wasn't anything new. I wasn't like trying to develop something, but I usually have at least some kind of plan.
Yeah, that's what I figured
for any live stream that I'm doing. Otherwise, it would just be like 8 hours of me like, that didn't work.
Trial and error.
Like, that didn't work either. Oh no, that didn't work either. Oh well. And then I can't like. Then I have to take a break because my brain is fried, and I'm like, okay, I'll come back in an hour and look at it.
Well, maybe you should do one of those, Jason, so we know that you're human and not that.
Not like Well, we already know he's like a
supernatural
Lego
being and
genius.
just creates and
Yeah, I don't. It would not be very fun for me. But
And in case of,
well, it would be fun for us
yeah,
because
maybe.
we,
I mean, someday maybe I'll do like.
oh,
Yeah.
it's not. We're not that far from him. It's not
I
that.
actually did think about just mounting a camera in the like on the other end of the room, just like live stream to see what's going on in the build room and just have it run for 24 hours and But honestly, most of the time I'm not here, so it wouldn't be very exciting.
So for those of you who don't know, I don't know if there is anybody that doesn't know who you are. Jason is a creator of many Lego Ideas sets. The Bricklink Designer Program set there behind him, the Pursuit of Flight.
Fly.
The maze he's done, the old style roller maze. He also had the fairy tale book that he co-built with another gent. That one, yeah. So he's had, how many idea sets have you actually had?
Just
hit
2.
10,000.
And
Hit
like
10,000?
10,000. 5, I think.
Wow. Yeah. So yeah, JK Brickworks. Well done,
Yeah,
bud.
JK Brickworks. That's what I was going to say. He's the man behind JK Brickworks.
Yeah. And what I do appreciate is that you do put like building instructions up for everybody type thing. Which
Yeah, I
think is
try. I sell a few, but most of them I try and just give away for free because.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, I think it's cool. People build my stuff and they make variations and whatever. Do whatever they want with it. I think it's cool.
Yeah, for sure. So do you want to give us an update of what you've been doing, or
no?
Not? I don't
Just
know.
chatting. I mean, actually, I just finished this little
Ooh.
doohickey.
New box.
It's actually missing a piece.
Yeah.
It's a puzzle box.
Okay.
If you figure out how to open it.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. Coudice
it's one of these things you like.
Yeah.
Push
one lever to
push
open
one
up
thing, and then you can push another thing.
Yeah.
Then you can like push another thing. Then you push another thing, and some things fall out the bottom.
Yeah. Then a robot pops up and closes something, and then
you figure out which holes to put these ones in. And it pushes something out the side, and you pull that one out.
That's a new key.
Then you figure out which one to put that in, and the pop slides open, thing slides open, and then you open it.
Cool.
It's a pretty simple one in terms of puzzle boxes, but
yeah,
I try to design it like as robustly as I could, so it like doesn't fall apart.
Yeah, I would think the mechanics behind all that is a little bit.
Yeah, the interior is pretty packed full of stuff, but that's one thing. What else have I been working on? I'm working on this crazy thing.
That looks like a shoot. Oh, a stud shoot. No, stud shooter.
Yeah, it's a spring-loaded shooter, Gatling gun style. So you can just like.
That's awesome.
Oh,
you can fill the. Use this, and I have like chains that are like 100. Have like 100 of them.
Okay, I was gonna say yeah, because you're gonna run out at some point. But yeah, that's cool.
So as they like rotate up, they get triggered by this thing.
Yeah.
You go flying.
And then you lose it, and then have to go.
Yeah. I bought like 300 of them. Just
you have to.
Yeah, I'm sure I'll lose a lot. I mean, this is just for fun. I don't know if I'll. But,
Axel is asking if Jason is truly.
And our lug is doing Ottawa landmarks. We applied for lug support or for project support.
Yeah,
we're doing like Ottawa landmarks. So I've been prototyping some. This is the Museum of Nature downtown.
Okay,
it's like micro scale, but it'll be pretty big. It'll probably be like 4 feet long and
a
couple feet wide.
Well, hopefully we can see that at some upcoming shows at some point.
Yeah. Anyway, that's what I've been working on.
Cool. Mr. Sensier, what have you been doing?
I've been planning an event.
I know. I'm just in case you build something, I'm giving you an opportunity.
Well, I didn't build anything out of Lego, but we did launch the registrations for Bricomanie for September. Yep. So if you want to register, Jeff's gonna.
I'm pulling it up. Yeah, I'm working on it.
I post on
Hmm?
Can I write a comment on the stream from StreamYards?
Not from StreamYard itself. You can do it. You'd have to open up like a YouTube.
Yeah.
A YouTube. Like open it up in YouTube and do it there. It's only for people that are or that are.
Yeah, that's cool. I'm just curious.
Yeah, I forget how it works. I think David has the ability to it, but it does it with my name.
Yeah.
So it's still kind of weird. It would do it under my name versus under his.
So yeah, the registrations are now open. You can for attendees. Attendees can register. We have a fully bilingual registration form. So that's the first.
It's nice that you're thinking about us.
And it's nice of you, Jeff, to have corrected the English version of my
email address. Yeah, well, it was fun working with it.
So you can now register. Now I'm working on the registration form, but for the vendors, because we need to have a few vendors.
Gotcha.
We did actually have a meeting on Monday, the organizing committee, to iron out a few details. We're actually this weekend, I plan all the posts and all the publicity for our May show, the 2 tonnes de briques. I actually did a video, and I could show it to you right now as a preview, because it's actually coming on live tomorrow morning. But if you want an exclusive, I could play the video right now. It's all set up.
Exciting. First peek. First look.
First peek.
It's Jason.
Just over me replying to Alex.
Technically 120 centimeters. Ish. Give or take a few millimeters. My computer might be starting to lag because of all the news, but okay. Add to stream. Oh, I have the ability to mute it. That's kind of cool. I can control your video. Huh. Look, I can pause it and I can anyway. So this is the one for this weekend, right?
Yeah, by the end of May show. Yeah. It's actually all videos that I took from last year's show.
Okay.
But it's all mostly stuff that you're gonna see this year also. Yeah, we're gonna have Saint-Hubert on the Sunday. Sunday lunch is Saint-Hubert actually for all the exhibitors. So,
well, now I just
because we're giving away the lunch for free. So,
well, now I want to come for lunch. That's awesome. So yeah, while you said that, I quickly looked up Brick World Chicago, because that one's the next show coming up. That's the big one. And any guesses on what their registration's up to?
I would say 1,500.
Jason's like, no, not that high. 1,505. And Jason, you're muted. It appears to
might be like 1,200, I would guess.
No, 1,505.
1,500, look at that.
Yeah.
Crazy.
That's just crazy.
539 first-time attendees. Wow.
Yeah.
So it's becoming a third of the attendees, more than a third of the attendees
are first-timers.
Yeah.
Well, it's getting known as the show to go to meet everybody.
Yeah.
Because like all the Lego Masters usually go, all the Instagrammers and YouTubers and
it's like the mecca of convention.
Yeah. And now I'm just going to check Bricks in the 6 if I can here.
Pretty big though. I don't know. It's like too big for me.
It's funny how it's funny how like it is a huge convention. And you don't get to see everybody, but it's just the people that you know that are there, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
That makes it worthwhile, I would say. Members, let's just see here. Unfortunately, it's still not a great site for that, but we've learned the secret. Look for BITS, and there's currently 118 people subscribed, or that are attendees for coming. And surprisingly, David isn't near the top anymore. Oh, there he is.
Oh, there is.
Hello. Coming with my mood base.
Yes, actually, I was registering my Royal York Hotel today on Bricks in the Six. I never finished because work got in the way. I'm like, crap. I have to remember to finish that tomorrow. So yeah, lots of stuff going on. I guess we'll kind of hop into some news quickly. As I said, there wasn't a huge amount, but
and if you're wondering, we're already at 31 registered.
I was
31 attendees. 31 attendees for Bricomanie. So
there you go. I was wondering because that's why I was showing the other numbers because I didn't want to ask because I don't want to.
You can ask.
Well, I don't know if you want it public.
But you're the only one from outside of Quebec right now. So.
Wow, I'm the only invader.
Oh my gosh.
But that's okay because you make us pan-Canadian. So
I mean, there's got to be some people from Ottawa that would be interested in going. Have you
I certainly hope so because like Laval is like 2.5 hours away.
Like even just to pop over for a day or.
Yeah, I know Jason I know Jeff Brendan just shared the stuff with you guys with Parliament.
Oh yeah, did he?
Yeah, I think I'm actually part of your group, your Facebook group or something.
Oh, on Facebook, yeah.
I think so.
I don't think anybody emailed the mailing list, the club mailing list though yet.
Yeah.
I mean, we had a meeting last night. On Monday we had a meeting. Unfortunately, I couldn't go, but
yeah, Ben and Bonnie are going to the world as well, and he's like.
But I assume, like you can register for when's the registration cutoff? Probably is there ever going to be?
Well, we're the pre-registration cutoff is July 31st.
Okay,
and it's strategically July 31st because since I'm going to be at Bricks in the Six,
right,
I'm going to promote the event.
Yeah,
you still have 1 week to register, pre-register for the event, well, the end cutoff will be August 25th. Which is like a month away from the event.
Makes sense for sure. So anyway,
because we want to order the t-shirts, we want
to goodie bags and all that stuff.
All the stuff you need. All right, let's hop into the news. We usually cover Lego idea sets first. This one's by Jason. No, I'm just joking. You haven't had any recently.
Oh yeah, I haven't submitted anything. I don't have any projects submitted for a while.
So yeah, we're into the next cycle of sets or of ideas that have hit 10,000.
Yeah, after 71.
After 71 in the last round, which we never have looked at.
Yeah, the last round was ridiculous.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean the odds of getting in are becoming slimmer and slimmer every time, right? So you got in early. That was a good call.
I'd say. It's the key.
So first one is the Spartan helmet. Again, hit 10,000 supporters by Delusion Bricks. And there's only 2 other ones that have hit 10,000 for this round as of yet. So I personally don't think this will get made just because that's a lot of the metallic gold color. It could probably be all current pieces, but
I mean, it's also not very big. It's like how many pieces is that? Like
it doesn't actually say. Sometimes they say, sometimes they don't.
Yeah, it's not that big a model.
Yeah. No, but I don't know.
But they could change it obviously if they wanted.
Yeah,
it's pretty niche though. I don't know.
Yeah, that's the thing too, right? It's got to be a wide. It's not. It's
just gonna sit on your shelf and
but
that's what most people's sets do.
Yeah, true enough. As I look around on my sets on walls collecting dust. Next up, we have the other one that's hit 10,000 this week, which is the Retro Arcade.
Oh yeah.
Which is a cool looking one. It's got a bit of a classic space homage there.
Yeah.
Although
it's
the
nice.
planet's not quite big enough, but okay. This one's by If You Build It. And this one is it looks like the same project also hit 10K back in 2021. Okay. So they resubmitted it.
Was that part of there were a whole bunch of arcades in series 1 of the Bricklink designer program.
Yeah. Obviously not this one necessarily.
No, not that one. No. But
yeah. So this was 1,849 pieces. I do wonder if they have to, like, if you resubmit it, if you have to do some changes to it.
I don't think you do. You can just resubmit.
Okay.
Fine. At least last I looked.
Yeah. So
I mean, arcades are popular. They were pretty popular in the last the BDP round that just happened.
Yeah, for sure. So we'll see what the chances of it getting in. It looks pretty decent in size. It's not huge, obviously, but I mean, there's at least I like the motorcycle game idea there. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So, and then the other one we had is the Lego Ideas is also doing a Dungeons and Dragons set with it, which they announced a while ago, and they've got a contest that we talked about earlier about designing a cover for the building instructions, but it's not a Lego cover; it's an artwork cover, like some of the Dungeons and Dragons companion books and stuff like that. So the votes are they've chosen, I think, 3 different ones to for us to vote on. So you can go to the fan vote page on Lego Ideas to do the voting. These are the 3 covers: The Fall of Winter Haven by Lego Man 24601, A World of Great Adventure by Alan David, and Epic Battle Relief Painting by Chainsaw U.
Wow, that's pretty nice.
So so it's kind of an interesting idea that they're not having a Lego based one, but it's actually artwork by possible Lego fans or just Dungeons and Dragons fans.
Just artists. Who cares?
Yeah.
Who knows?
Yeah.
It's funny that
like
2 of the 3 submissions have the Dungeons and Dragons dice included in them.
20
and both of them have. I guess 20 is the one you want, so that's why it's always on top.
Yeah.
They're always facing a natural 20.
Yeah.
Next up, we have Gift for Purchase returning tomorrow.
Oh, it's coming back, eh? Jeez.
Yeah, is this the third time now?
I don't know.
It's definitely the second.
It seems it's been out for a while, yeah.
So obviously they had too many.
Obviously, that promotion is not moving enough.
Moving. That's a good one.
It's not moving enough. That's true.
So yeah, this was coming back from the 11th to the 21st. I did check today before I saw this article to see if there were any promotions because the May the 4th stuff's done. And right now, like today, there's no promotions. But if you start ordering stuff again tomorrow, it will be available. $180 US, so that's probably in the $220 Canadian range.
Oh my God!
Wow.
I would guess.
Wow! And come on.
The Sprain VIP pack is also still available, so you can still get that added onto your order. Axel's getting some lag. I think my machine's a little overloaded with all the windows open. So hopefully as we continue talking, it'll get better. I'm just looking. I don't have like Lego Digital Designer open at least this time. So yeah, and they didn't 240 Ben says. Yikes.
Ow.
So they didn't lower the threshold. I mean, I did get one of these at one point because I bought the modular building, I think, and got it or something like that. I bought something to get it, but yeah. Speaking of Bricklink Designer programs a few minutes ago, the first round, so they had a contest where anybody could basically create a model, submit it to the Bricklink Designer program, and there was some voting done, and there was 5 finalists that have come out for Series 1. The pictures are better and just below the article here. So these 5 sets will be crowdfunded starting in February 2024, so a little ways from now. Whichever ones get 3,000 pre-orders will be produced, and a maximum of 20,000 each. So, in addition, it has been revealed that Series 2 submissions will open May the 15th. So these are basically just sitting here, I guess, now until, well, I guess they have the time to improve the model or
they'll
fix
probably
it up
tweak them a little bit.
Yeah, tweak them and stuff.
Whatever.
But but it doesn't say how many will actually get chosen through. The ones that get 3,000 pre-orders will be produced.
Yeah.
So
So 5
if
of them
all
will be
five
produced if they
all
all.
5 of them could be produced. Yeah.
Yeah,
could
yeah.
be produced.
Yep.
So yeah, versus the last time where it was like 9 or 10 of them. Or
Yeah. No, all of them will be produced if they all reach
Okay.
3,000,
oh,
which
interesting.
I assume they will.
Yeah. So first up is The Mountain Fortress by Sleepless Night, which there's no pricing on this stuff yet either. But if it's
No.
expensive, you might have some Sleepless Nights.
Yeah.
But,
I think this one was almost 4,000 pieces. So
wow.
yeah, it's gonna be pricey.
Yeah, that's crazy. Parisian Street. This one is definitely
Yeah.
huge.
Yeah. Also gonna
Also
be pricey.
nice though. Parisian Street by Nicholas Carlier.
Nicolas Carlier.
Yeah, that what he said. The Old Train Engine Shed by Mind the Brick. If it was red and gray, it would be basically like the old train engine that we got years ago from, the Jake McKee design. That
But
one,
like a pimped up version.
Yeah. Still a nice little set though.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, I think it's smaller than the old train. The old train engine shed had 2 tracks through it, didn't it?
Yeah, on the inside too. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Next up, the Snack Shack by Skeletor, which is a nice smaller one, so I could see this one getting some votes. And a seagull and a rat, because you can't have a food truck without a rat apparently. No. And the last off the general store, Wild West by Lucky, which also looks like a good one, and it doesn't have a film crew based around it like some of the other designer program sets that we've had. So
I like the vulture on top of it.
Yeah. So I mean, all 5 of these are decent sets. I could totally see all of them hitting 3,000.
Oh yeah. Oh, I'm sure they'll all hit 3,000.
I mean,
I'm sure the castle will be sold out like
within
quick.
Seconds.
Yeah.
The other ones, I don't know if they'll sell out, but I mean, the Prison Street.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's like going to be popular too.
Yeah. I mean, train shed will probably go to a bunch of train folks. So
yeah. I mean, it'll be popular, but probably not as much as the castle or the building.
Yeah. So, but anyway, I like the idea that they're not using Lego idea sets to do it, because now it's like a whole fresh.
Yeah, it's just open for everybody. It's really nice.
Yeah, for sure. So yeah, and again, starting early or the end of May, was it?
May 15th.
May 15th. Oh, so next Monday. Hi, happy birthday, Yvonne. That's my sister's birthday.
Oh yeah.
So and this is older news, obviously, because this is no longer available anyhow. But the Star Wars Death Star had sold out the day after May the 4th.
Oh yeah.
But I just thought it was interesting because that was the $200 and something purchase Canadian.
Yeah, it was.
So yeah, just the fact that there's that many people buying sets. That
many people buying that much Lego.
Yeah. So then that triggered my thought of, well, I wonder what Star Wars sets are sold out. So I did pull that up.
Yeah. I mean the Micro Star Destroyer sold out like immediately.
It was sold out beforehand. Yeah. So the X-Wing Starfighter, the UCS one is sold out. So that was the new set. New set wise, like the Fane Fighter and Interceptor, so is out of stock. Well, back ordered. These are all back ordered.
Yeah.
Some of the newer stuff.
Obi-Wan's Jedi Starfighter you can get from Walmart at 25% off.
Still. Oh, really?
Yep.
Why did you tell me that? Because I mean, I wouldn't mind a Camino, even though I'm not collecting Star Wars stuff. It's just a cool character.
Well, it's actually right now it's 25% off at Walmart, and it's also the same price on Amazon.
Oh, well, there you go. But I'm not spending money on Lego right now, so unless it's parts. But yeah, it's surprisingly not all the new sets sold out. I figured a lot of them would, but it's really just the X-Wing and the Fane Fighter. But yeah, you did mention.
Yeah, the Micro Star Destroyer. It might be at the back of the list. Because it's
well, there was one more page that just had the Tatooine bar, whatever that's called. The Pirate Snub's still available. Actually, you know what? I'm going to sort this by newest because that's probably the best way to go at The Emperor's. Oh yeah, the Jedi Temple one is coming soon. Still, these ones are still available.
Yeah, they're not very popular.
The Spider Tank.
This one, yeah,
out of stock. Yeah,
yeah,
not even back.
It was out of stock. Like I think it took like under an hour or something.
Yeah. Well, I heard one of the people on Old Gray Bricks, Meredith, she had said that this one was available for pre-order and it sold out of pre-order already. So I'm guessing they didn't have either. They had very little available on the day of release, or they were just already backed up.
Yeah.
So, but Jeff alone will order 20 castles. No, I will not.
He obviously has 20 castle in his huge castle.
Yeah, pretty much. I don't need more castles. I mean, I like a castle. I just don't think I'd buy it. So Brothers Brickwise, there's a couple of interesting mocks that have come out this week. Tales of Space Age 2, Electric Boogaloo. So this is by the same guy who built the Tales of the Space Age, I believe. Jan Wozniak, whatever, however you pronounce it. So I created 3 additional backgrounds. With this one was kind of interesting because it has like the 3 planets, but they're just using printed tiles to get the distance of it and stuff.
Yeah.
So just thought it was an interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, it's cool. I like them.
Yeah, I mean that series you could pretty much, there's a lot of different things you could totally build, right? To pay tribute to those. I forgot to close Brickset. Another one here, a Wild Serpent of Grand Scale by Aiden Rexroad, using lots of different flipper elements and flower and plants, and the flags to get all the body shaping.
Wow,
just looks pretty awesome. Nice parts usage, as we say. Yep. Jellyfish are just aliens out from Aliens of the Sea by Greener J. It's kind of
nice.
Yeah, it's kind of neat to see how people use parts, for sure.
Just keep swimming. Just keep swimming.
Another one. Someone Drained the Pool of Color by Naomi Farr. So it's just a grayscale pool table.
That is amazing.
Yeah. One of the reasons I pulled this up was because I've always had an idea for a Lego Ideas project. I've never done it, but I've figured out how to build like a pool ball, and that's just slightly bigger than 2x2, like 3x3, using a lot of the boat studs. But there's the color purple, I think it is currently not available.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
So I've got like a cup of all the parts waiting to build.
Yeah.
I just need that one color to build it. And that would just be basically like the pool balls. I don't have the rest of the table designed or anything.
Well, then you'd have to build a table. It'd be pretty big at that scale too.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. So maybe I just build the triangle.
Yeah.
And just call it a day. But
yeah,
it was just like one of those things I built years ago that I've always thought of continuing one day. And I just realized we kind of missed a bunch of stuff. Star Wars. May the 4th also was there was a bunch of Lucasfilm employees that were lucky because they managed to get a little Star Wars Yoda Yoda fountain, as a gift for the May the 4th.
It's actually the fountain that's in front of the LucasArts building.
Oh, okay. There you go. So I'm not going to read through most of this, but it's kind of interesting just for the fact that there's still those exclusive sets that not everybody can get.
Yeah.
But the instructions are available online. If you look for them, if you Google for them, you can get the instructions. So you can build your own, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm guessing that I'm guessing they might have shared it in here, but they didn't. So, yeah, just looking for
I saw instructions online, and the parts are not that
they're
hard to find. So,
yeah. Cool. The Tales of Space Age, see, this is why I realized we got it in order. It did become available on May the 4th as well. So, if you want one, run it and buy it. $50 US. I think it's about 65 Canadian. That's a guess. I'm not 100% sure. Lego needs a pool table like a foosball table. Yeah. Also released.
The original idea was better than the set that we got.
Well, yeah, this is true. Also, May the 4th Lego released this picture, which is basically a combination of all the past years Harry Potter sets that you can join together to basically build a minifig size Hogwarts castle, which kind of looks a lot like the micro scale one. I was looking for it and I realized I took it apart like last year. The micro scale one. So it's just kind of interesting if you have these sets. I don't know if there's instructions somewhere. It is not minifig scale. You can have a minifig scale Hogwarts by combining. Oh, so yeah, sorry. Lego had released previously a non-minifig scale. So Lucky Brick 16 Stein Expert posted this image. So actually, sorry, I thought this was Lego posting it, but it's actually a Lego fan who's posted it. That you can buy all the different sets and combine them into that. And I think these are basically all the different sets. Like I don't think you have to rebuild much to get this. Anyway, so also available May the 4th was the clamshell. I think this was pre-available May the 1st as well, but yeah. So if you haven't gotten it and you're a Disney fan, you can get it now. And last but not least,
Kiss the girl.
What was that?
I was singing the song.
Oh, okay.
Under the sea.
Yeah, there you go. I was gonna say, were you under the sea? So Lego did announce the Ninjago sets this week, and of course the big one is the Dragon Rising City Markets, which has some interesting parts. We'll look at a few more pictures of that in a moment. But they also brought out I think 15-ish different smaller sets. So we'll just quickly look them over. This doesn't actually show a picture out of the box. So they do have this new ball element at the looks of it that appears to have something else inside of it. If you look at the picture here, they can see like there's different circles here with different things inside of the looks of it. Not quite sure what's going on there, but I think they're bigger than 2x2 because based on this, like this is a 2x2 footprint, and it looks like it's slightly bigger.
They do look a bit bigger.
Yeah, I don't know. Is that Zamor sphere size? Weren't they bigger than? 2x2?
I mean, it might be. Zamor spheres are bigger than 2x2.
Yeah. So, but most of these, I won't say most of them. A lot of the sets have these parts in it, plus this weird holder piece.
Yeah, is it like a bearing and the balls rotate?
That'd be cool. It's a bearing, so this can spin around. So it's basically they built fidget spinners.
Yeah.
And
they had spinners. They had spinners on when they first came up with Ninjago.
Yeah, that's true too. And you can see the picture here of that the inside ball as well. So I mean these could technically almost be the domes that they used for streetlights and stuff years ago, or the space helmet for one of the SpongeBob characters, I think it was Sandy or whatever.
Yeah, and the globe and such, whatever.
But they wouldn't completely spin because they have a flat end. So. Oh yeah, the globe piece too. That's right.
The globe that the two hemispheres that go together.
Yeah, because that is completely round, right?
Yeah, that is round. Although I mean, there's a seam in it, so
yeah.
I would guess they're probably balls.
Yeah. So anyway, we'll just so there's different colors. There's blue and they are translucent, which is kind of nice too. So I mean, I can see
interesting.
A lot of people.
I mean, I'm really curious now. I gotta get some of those just to see.
And these are the cheap sets, which is awesome too, right?
Yeah,
so you can
play with them.
You can play with it some more. The green for Lloyd.
Lloyd,
yes. Oh yeah, and here you can see the clear one with that sphere inside.
Oh, interesting. So
So it's basically 2 balls for the price of 6, 8 for anyway. Let's not count about how many balls are. And then there's some 4+ sets. These ones don't seem. These ones don't seem to have those parts in it. But some of them I have seen that do. Like there's, again, this one doesn't.
They're really pushing that all black plastic wheel, aren't they?
Oh, this thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is 4+.
Terrible.
It's 4+. So you know.
Well, make a great space wheel though.
Well, this is true. Dragon Power Spinjitzu race car. So this one has them on the side. And technically an all black wheel, but this is hard flat, different style, since Dave's pointing it out. So and then
So if
Trent.
they have
Mhm.
the balls on each side of the car, that means that they're independent. They're not like all three together.
Yeah.
Like you see in the.
Oh yeah. They're like the holder is its own piece with that.
Yeah.
I'm guessing the holder probably has a Technic pin or something or a plate off to the side.
Because somebody in our private chat was wondering if we could use them as ball bearings.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, I'm super curious too of what you can do is.
We'll catch that in a future JK Bricksworks stream.
Yeah,
Sure.
I mean, whatever. Probably not. There's a lot of stuff they released.
Jason is an expert at finding new ways to use new bricks.
I agree. So this one came out as well, which is Sora's transforming mech bike racer. I don't know who Sora is. Might be a new character added in. This one does have a little baby dragon though. It's kind of cute. And it does transform. You know, the legs fold back in, and it's.
I'm guessing these are new ninjas because the box
they're-
there you cannot. You can. There's no one that you can. Recognize.
Yeah, there's no art and enwrapped in. Yeah, I think this is like the next generation of Ninjago characters or something like that. I think the old ones are still there because we've seen the Lloyd and that. And I mean, can anybody say future Daredevil helmet from Marvel? But anyway, we'll picture a little dragon. Heat wave transforming lava dragon. So this one there is one of the balls here, and this one has like the claws in the front. It looks like you can maybe grab it with. And this, like Kai and Lloyd and Wildfire, Lord Rat. So there are a few of the original characters still in here. So, and apparently,
you swing the ball.
You can shoot the ball or something.
Shoot the ball.
Yeah, well, I'm looking at this. Like, it looks like this whole neck piece comes down because that ball's at the top now.
Oh yeah.
Maybe there's some kind of firing mechanism for
it. I bet they like snap into that housing, so when you push them out, it like pops.
Yeah, like a stud shooter, only large scale.
Yeah.
Huh.
Pew pew.
Yeah, maybe. And maybe that's the same holder or maybe it's a separate piece, like a stud shooter type piece as well.
Yeah. I would guess the same holder. You just push the ball in from the bottom.
Yeah. Lloyd and Aaron's night team mech. Again, Lloyd is in here in this Aaron character, so there are some recurring characters and new ones. And yet another mech.
Well, ninjas and robots.
Interesting face print there on that one. Temple of Dragon Energy Cores. I guess that's what these balls are, although you don't actually see. Oh, there might be something here.
It's the ball we saw in the other smaller set. The smaller
ball. Like the gold version in the clear. Yeah. But it does say Dragon Energy Cores, so I'd expect there to be more than one. I only see one. Not complaining, just making a statement.
You tell them on their grammar.
Yeah. Oh, actually, yeah, Dave. The poster you posted earlier this week. You have at the bottom of the poster. I forget what it says, but it's like something. R. Use the word R, and it should be the word is. But too late now. I saw it, and I'm like, I could send you a message and correct you, or I could just correct you while 12 people are watching. That works. Not my original, thought, but Elemental Dragon versus the Emperor mech or the Empress mech. So this one has Zane in it and Jay. It looks of it. I'm looking for that piece. Oh yeah, there's one of those trans yellow ones on the head here.
It looks like there's one in their hand. No.
No, that looks like just a clear. A boat stud or something.
Yeah.
This is an interesting piece though too.
Oh my god, it's ridiculous.
Well, but at the same time, it's kind of interesting.
It is cool. It's like a robot mining cap or something.
Yeah. And I saw someone in I think it was in the Bricks and Pieces forum on Discord saying that it looked like a bit like a Warhammer character. I don't know Warhammer at all, but And there's the dragon again. Destiny Bounty Race Against Time. This one doesn't seem to have any that I can see, but it's another Destiny's Bounty, a little bit modernized.
Yeah, it's like steampunky version, airship.
Yeah, steampunk. Yeah, so they've kind of recreated the world at the looks of it as well. Baby Dragon Battle. This is a 4+ set with a baby dragon. And then I believe City Markets. This is the big one. So 6,163 pieces. I think it was 440 Canadian. I think something along those lines. So that price per part is actually really good. That's like what, 7 cents a piece ish.
Yeah,
give or take. And
this set
one
is huge. It's like humongous.
Yeah, it is very big. It's very interesting. At the same time, it's kind of open, like the whole middle area, which I guess is the idea. It's like 2 sides of a street or whatever. But there's a lot of empty space within it, which is kind of interesting. It is modular, like the others that come open. There's definitely a lot going on here. Like after this set dropped, our whole discussion channel on our Canadian Brick Builders group, we're like looking over all the pieces. One of the big questions was this arch here, which is actually a Technic fender that is currently available. There is a new piece that we missed in the city sets last week, and I don't think I can see it here. There's a new guardrail piece that's basically it's square, so it's like 2 studs by 2 studs, or 2 by 1 2/3 brick. And it basically just has a single cross support, so it's like an open window with a single cross support. So it's an interesting looking part, and that wraps up that one. Okay. Like I said, lots of new parts in those types of sets, so we'll have to see what's going on. New Elementary did have a contest, or they're doing their Flower Fest, where they gave a bunch of builders like not Jason in particular, but good builders like Jason. I'm not trying to kiss up to him, I swear.
Not us.
But basically gave them a bunch of the parts from some of the flower sets and said, hey, build some mocks out of these. So one of the parts was this tan colored, nougat colored rounded leaf piece and the arches. So this person, Ario Oken, built kind of a head out of it, and then proceeded to build a bunch of other things. So I think the leaf pieces in here were part of those parts. I'm trying to see what else is in here that I can see. Doesn't seem to be much else in this one.
Well, the leaf pieces in
her hair. Yeah.
And their earrings too.
Earrings? Okay, yeah, maybe. But anyways, some interesting builds when you've got the seed part. Oh, these are the leaves that are also part of the, what do you call it? They make up the bowl in the gift of purchase, or the vase in the gift of purchase set that came out. Or no, it wasn't a gift. Yeah, that one was a gift of purchase.
Yeah.
And flippers in orange, the paddles in red. Although those are actually, I think, standard colored stuff, but I'm not doing very well with this one. I'm having problems picking out all the fun parts. Brown pumpkins are in here. And then the one we showed, beginner commander Strax, which is kind of an interesting face design. Oh, the Ninjago City Gardens also has a working toilet, for the record. You put a brown 1x1 round in the toilet, you press the plunger button, and it ejects it into the water at the bottom of the set. So if anybody wanted to actually go swim in the Ninjago sets, there might be poop in that water. Just saying. So yeah, and then these crown pieces in the greens, and some of the stuff here. Anyway, another one Tom Loftus built, and this one I'd seen floating around Instagram and everything for a little while, using the pirate hats in some interesting areas in purple. I'm not even sure how some of these are embedded. I guess it's using the little I guess in these ones are using the little pin for the flag, or for the feather. But just nice little build here. He was playing with these parts too, and started getting some interesting designs going on with these stem pieces. And this is using stem pieces and hot dogs from what I can tell. I think those are hot dogs in green. Otherwise, I'm not sure what that part is, but
Yeah, it was
just looking at all the different connection points and stuff and what you can build with it. And then the pirate hat. So he did a different build for each of the parts that he was looking at. The pirate hat, this design, which doesn't show the other end. But like I said, I'm pretty sure it's held in by the pip hole. Oh yeah, here it is.
or just
right there. It's using a horn. Wow,
yeah.
That's insane. And these pieces as well. Robobug, again using those larger windshield type pieces to build a cool armor shell, and the shields as well. Anyway, did we do this last week? I can't remember the new parts.
No, we didn't. We didn't do the.
Do we want to? I mean, most of the pictures that are neat are in here anyhow on this main page, which is the smoke windscreen, the 4x8 inverted tile, the L bracket in black, I think now. This new panel, half quarter panel that's on the X-Wing. This piece that we've been talking about already in red and multiple other colors. The only minifig head that I can think of with an actual nose, which is still disturbing every time I look at it. And King John, and then there's all the Disney fig parts as well.
It's Prince John.
Prince John, yes, I keep on saying that. He's got a crown. He's a wannabe, and the Stitch body as well. So I think we'll bypass this for now. I know, Dave, you're tired, and I'm getting a little there too. Last three more pictures from Brothers Brick, which we were talking about earlier. First was this one's a Lego gnome and his patch of mushrooms. Gnome. I said the G. I heard it myself. By 8mm plastic. And it's just something that should be in your garden. Looks pretty cool.
Yeah.
Next up, miniature Lego floating island, which has a lot of nice parts usage. So a lot of hair pieces.
Nice part connection too.
Yeah, parts connection. The book, I'm pretty sure, is just floating there.
Yeah.
But the levers in the 1x1 or the 1x2 grills and stuff. The owl as a cloud. I think that's a beard as a cloud. It's just cool in general.
Very cool.
And lastly, which one is this? Oh, this was actually from the previous week. Transformers mock, Bruticus Maximus by Alex Jones. And I just never thought about actually doing like the Constructicon type thing, whatever these guys are called. It had a helicopter. That was the other reason why I pulled it in. Just having all the different. Dave loves helicopters. We've discovered. That's why I keep on bugging him about it. But just a bunch of smaller box to build the bigger robot, and also their transformers as well, transformable as well. So, and that's about it.
Wow.
Last up, just pictures of sets that have been announced, and I usually pull this up just to see if we missed anything.
What's that Batman 1992?
Oh yeah, so this is a polybag that has been found, I think, in local stores. I think I saw it on for Batman Returns polybag. I don't see anything special here that it was a giveaway for certain things, so I think it's just like a promo / polybag that's coming out. Like I said, it did
that build corner, or
yeah, you get this little ledge that he stands on, but the whole I don't know. Oh, no. I was hoping there was another picture of this. Let me just 30653 search this. But there was a better image of it that I saw on Instagram. Oh, that's a video. But yeah, it is a different cowl. Like it is more like the Michael Keaton type Batman.
Cool.
I don't know if it's the same one. No, it's not the same one that's in there. Yeah, there's not really many good images of it here either. Just that same one from Brickset. So
The cow, the
But-
different cow is interesting.
yeah. I mean, if I see this
As a Batman fan,
yeah,
I would like to get that.
as a Batman, fan, I thought helicopter again in my head.
I already have the Batcopter.
This is true. There you go. So, but yeah, if I see this one at a local Walmart or whatever, I'll probably pick up a couple just to have handy. I usually buy the poly bags when I see them when they're kind of new. I think they're great for trading and stuff too. So yeah, that's about it. Oh yeah, and then the artwork with Ninjago, not Ninjago, because I hear a lot of people say Ninjago. Or not really that way, but based on the song, it was Ninjago. And I've had some people correct me on it, so I always like, no, the song said Ninjago in the cartoon, so deal with it. Is that a chopper left arm? Not sure what you're referring to there. Oh, probably in that nice parts usage one. Sitting in clouds with nice parts usage. I'm sorry, I didn't really look at a lot of the chat for that last little bit there. Trans yellow ball in that 4x4 set, yeah. And less than 10 cents a piece for the Ninjago set.
Ninja.
Question is really like, is it worth, like, are you getting parts that are useful in it as well, right? Because there are a lot of parts that might not be that useful for everybody. So
well, if you're building a cyberpunk city or
yeah, granted, yeah.
But there are definitely a lot of specialized parts in those.
Yeah. I'm not that anxious to see
like the percentage of useful building material is smaller.
Yeah, that should be another rate. Well, I guess it's all different. It's different per person too, though.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Like,
Obviously, it varies a lot, but
yeah,
you know, like those lime green, like compound curved slopes at the top. Like, when are you going to use those? Like,
yeah, exactly. And I popped in a messenger because I noticed it was blinking, and Yvonne, Jeff's birthday was actually yesterday. So because she was asking if she missed his birthday. But anyway, I think we'll call it for the night. Been an hour and 17. I know, like I said, some people need some sleep. I do too. I need to continue cleaning up the iced tea spill. I think I got it all. Doesn't feel sticky, so I think I'm okay. But and now I didn't get my iced tea.
oh no, terrible.
Yes, and the song Ninjago.
Ninja, go, Ninja, come on.
Do the weekend whip. Anyway, that song's available on iTunes and stuff, or YouTube, or YouTube Music.
Well, we can find it on YouTube.
Yeah, no, but I'm saying that song actually was like what they did release it as a song.
Yeah.
Outside, because it was kind of an interesting song.
And it's an interesting video too, because you see the little kid in his own mind being a ninja. And...
So, anyways, thanks a lot, everybody. We will talk to you guys next time. Have a great one, and we'll see you next Wednesday.
Thank you, Jason, for joining us.
Yeah, thank you, Jason, for coming in. It was great to see you.
Yeah, it was great to chat with you guys.
Thanks again, David, for making it through the whole episode. Anyways, we'll talk to you guys later. See ya.
Okay.